Hi love, welcome back. In today's class, we are making this beautiful flower bra. If you are new to the channel, my name is Miss Ai and you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always coming back. Let's get right into class. In this tutorial, I'll be using this lightweight yarn, so I'm going to be doubling it, a 4.5 mm hook, scissors and darning needle. To begin with, you are going to make a slip knot, and depending on how big you want the flower, I'm going to chain 106 chain. That is for medium. If you are making for small, consider chaining 96. And if you wanted the flower to be a bit bigger, just make 116. So I'm going to go ahead and make 106 chains, and I'll meet you at the end. So this is my 106 chains. Now row 1, you are going to skip 5 chains, and inside the 6th chain you are going to make a double crochet. You are going to yarn over, skip 2 stitches, and inside the 3rd stitch we are going to make a double crochet, chain 2 and make a double crochet in the same space. So that is our V stitch. Now you are going to skip 2, make a double crochet in the 3rd stitch, chain 2 and place a double crochet in the same stitch. So the row 1 we are going to be working V stitches. So the skip chain 5 is also a V stitch. Now you are going to skip 2 again, and inside the 3rd stitch you are going to make a double crochet, chain 2 and a double crochet all inside the same stitch. Skip 2, make a double crochet, chain 2 and a double crochet. So you are going to repeat this until the end of the row. At the end of the row, for row 2 you are going to chain 3, turn your work and chain 3, count as a double crochet. So inside the V stitch you are going to make a double crochet, making it 2. You are going to chain 2 and place 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. You are going to yarn over. In the next V stitch or chain 2 space you are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets all in the same stitch. You are going to yarn over again. In the next V stitch or chain 2 space you are going to place 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. You are going to keep repeating this for row 2 until the end of the row. At the end of the row you are going to place your last 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the skip chains, your previous skip chains. So that is the end of row 2. Row 3 you are going to chain 3, chain 3 doesn't count as a double crochet. So inside the chain 2 space we are going to be placing 7 double crochets in the same space. There you have it, and 7. In the middle we are going to place a single crochet, and now yarn over, place 7 double crochets in the chain 2 space. and in the middle space you are going to place a single crochet just in between the double crochets, and now you prepare for 7 double crochets in the chain 2 space. So that's your 7 cluster. So you are going to be repeating this until the end of the row. If you want your cluster to be more, you can consider making 8 double crochets in the chain 2 space. So either 8 or 7, it works. So you are going to keep doing this until the end of the row. At the end of the row, we are going to make a single crochet in the very last stitch, or if you want, you can slip stitch also. And now you are going to pull a long strand and cut chain 1, pull a long strand, cut and fasten your yarn. We are going to be using that strand to sew in. Now we are going to be making our flower, and this is how I'm going to be rolling it to form a flower. So just make sure you roll it careful, and make sure the clusters are aligning, and keep rolling until you get your flower. If you have watched up until this point and you haven't subscribed to the channel, my love, my baby, my darling, this is the only way you can do to support us. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave us a heart sign under the comment section. After you've nicely rolled your flower, you're going to set it aside, and we are now going to use our darning needle to sew in the flower. So we are going to be attaching all the parts together so it doesn't unravel. So just go in with your darning needle, make sure you pull through to the other end, and make sure you secure it safely. So this is how I am going to be attaching my flower. So just make sure you sew in and push your darning needle to the other side of the work. So I start from the opposite. I'm just sewing in opposite directions, and then I pull through all the row to make sure it's secure. So go ahead and use any method that you are comfortable with. The bottom line is just do a good job. Don't let the flower unravel after you have sewn in or you've secured all parts. So now this is what my work is looking like. So I'm going to pull it through, and I'll take it back again to secure it well. And now from here I'm going to cut, because my work is very secure. So if you've secured all parts together, you go ahead and cut and fasten your yarn. So with this loose end, don't worry about it. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to work the tail as I go, and I'm going to show you shortly after. So now we are going to be working our rows around the bottom so we can connect our strands. So this is what your work should be looking like. You are going to go ahead and make the same exact flower. And now to begin the body of our bra cap, you are going to insert your hook at the last row when you were taking it around, so the very last row. So make sure when you are working to tighten, you are putting your work together, make sure that row is a bit visible for you. So connect your yarn and you are going to chain 3. Chain 3 count as your first double crochet. Inside the same space, you are going to place 2 more double crochet, making it 3. So what I'm going to do is to work 3 double crochets in each visible space, and the goal here is to work in round. So just make sure you are going round, and the space, although it's not clearly visible, just make sure it's just going round. If it's going round, you are on the right track. So I'm going to be working 3 double crochets, visible stitch until the end of the row, and I'm going to make 33 double crochets. So 3 double crochets in every visible stitch, and I'm going to have 33 double crochets. If you are making for a size small, please choose the very last row. Don't make it wider, and maybe make a multiples of 3, maybe 21 or 24. But if you're making for a size medium or large, then you do the same thing as I'm doing, 33, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the row, you are going to make a slip stitch on top of our first third chain. You are going to chain 3 again, and row 2, you are going to place 2 double crochets in each stitch. So that's a double crochet. In the next stitch, you are going to place 2 double crochets, and keep working 2 double crochets in each stitch until the end of the row. So row 1, I had 33 double crochets. Row 2 is going to be times 2, so 2 double crochets in each stitch. At the end of the row, I'll be having 66 double crochets. At the end of the row 2, you are going to make a slip stitch on top of the chain 3 space. Now row 3, you are going to chain 3. So this is what the work is looking like now. And also you can stop here if you are doing for a size small and you don't want to go extra, because if you go one more row, then the rows are going to start showing. So if you are doing for size small, please pause here. But if you are doing for a size medium or large, then you are going to add one more row. So the row 3 is going to be 2 double crochet in a stitch. Your first stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochet. The next stitch, you're going to make a single crochet. So you're going to be alternating between 2 double crochet, a single crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, a single crochet in the next stitch. So keep alternating, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of row 3, you should have 99 double crochet. So keep going round, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the row, you are going to just slip stitch. And for those that paused at row 2, you are going to repeat the same as I'm doing for your last row, and it's going to be a single crochet row. So you are going to divide the number of double crochet you had into 3. So now I have 99. So if I divide 99 divided by 3, because we are going to be making 3 corners, I should have 33. So you are going to make, I'm going to make 33 single crochets. So this is mine, 33 single crochets. You are going to chain 2, and inside the same 33 space, you are going to place another single crochet. So that's your first corner. Now on the second corner you are going to make 33 single crochets again. So this is 2, 3, and go make 33 single crochets. Now on the 33rd, after you've made your 33 single crochet, you're going to chain 2, and in the same stitch you're going to place a single crochet. And now go ahead and finish off your last 33 single crochets, and at the end you're going to chain 2 and make a single crochet, or you're going to slip stitch because that's your last row. Now you're going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. So we are done creating the 3 corners. So any number that you got for your last row, you are going to divide that number by 3. You're going to go ahead and make the same exact bra cap, and I'll meet you when I'm done. So when you are done with your bra cap, make sure you fasten all loose ends, cut and fasten all loose ends, and make the same exact size. So if you started with 106 chains as I did, go ahead and start, rewatch the video and make the same exact bra cap. This is what your work should be looking like. And this is my second cap, and this is what your work should be looking like. Now we are going to be attaching this bra cap with a long chain. So what I did is I made 4 strands and made a very long chain to your desired length. But before, we are going to be attaching the upper strand. So again, I'm working with 4 strands, and you are going to make a long chain that is for your neck. So the upper strand, I made about 40 chains, but you can go ahead and make yours longer. The same thing we are doing for this bra cap, we are going to be repeat the same exact thing for the other side. So at the end of the row, you just cut and fasten your yarn, and you are going to repeat the same for the other side. So now that we have both sides completed, we are going to be working attaching the bottom side of our cap. So what I'm doing is going 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out. So I've threaded my darning needle with a long chain, and I'm going 2 in. So I started with the last corner of any of the bra cap. So you are going to start with the very last corner and thread in until you get to the very next corner space, and we are going to pull through, and you are going to take the other bra cap and you start with the corner again, just as you did for the first one. And again, we are going to keep repeating our threading, that is 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out, until you get to the next corner. When you get to the last corner, you're going to pull your strand, and this is what your work should be looking like. And this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a heart sign under the comment section. Until we meet next week, my love, my baby, my darling, my sweetheart, is bye bye.